This is the Orioles POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Baltimore Orioles. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Orioles POSTCAST here on the Locked On Podcast Network. My name is Luke Slabaugh. Been here with you all season, breaking down each Orioles game as soon as I can get in front of the camera after the O's play. And tonight, on this Thursday, we celebrate a 3-2 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates. The O's sweep Pittsburgh, never lost a home series to the Bucks in Camden Yards history. It's the fifth win in a row for the Orioles by one run. The last four were via the walk-off hit, very dramatic, and I suppose you could consider this a walk-off win with Alex Jackson at catcher throwing a caught stealing to nab a runner to end the ninth inning. But if you're new here for the first time, there's a great comment section full of good people. Go ahead, like, subscribe. Daily Orioles content here for you. Connor Newcomb 5 days a week, and his thoughts coming around 7 a.m. Eastern time Friday morning. Also, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know who your player of the game is. We will reveal that at the start of the second block. But today I'm going to lead with something a little bit different. I'm disappointed in you guys, the dozens, hundreds who tune in every day. The O's are 8-1 to start September. They are red hot. And they have a 5-game win streak under their belt already. Today marks 3 wins in a row. And I can't recall for the life of me anyone at the start of this month calling me out for missing the floppy hat.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I mean, it's a tradition we have on this channel. I went through a 5-game win streak. It completely slipped my mind. I've obviously changed my studios here, but if you're watching here live on the YouTube, I've got it here now. Messed up my perfect hairdo. I got to get out of here post haste. The O's keep finding ways to win. 3 games in a row now with the sweep of the Bucks, and they start September 8-1. 8 games under 500, a cool 69th win over the Bucks today. 2 of 3 against the Dodgers and 3 in San Diego. Can't complain whatsoever. Yes, it's inconsequential. These victories are small. They're not building towards anything other than a pristine start to 2026. Get everyone in the boat that you want. And we'll talk about that in the second block, some of the guys we want to hold over from this season. The O's are 25-22 in one-run games. And they've shown a cadence and a knack for manufacturing runs when they're behind. Not too behind, but they're down 1 run early and they're able to create something out of nothing. Bottom of the first, 1 out, Jeremiah Jackson gets a curveball low and away against right-hander Johan Oviedo. Hits a floater to center field for a single. It is out of the strike zone almost, but gets good bat to ball. Gunnar Henderson then hits a soft double down the right field line. Looked like it was just going to be a long single with Jackson going first to third. Gunnar legs it out for a career-high 31st double of the year. You got runners in scoring position there with 1 out, and Emmanuel Rivera, first pitch hunting, goes opposite field, gets it deep enough to second base to score a run and tie this puppy at 1. Not bad. Even better is how the O's don't crack under pressure. Last night, Dylan Beavers showed a slow heartbeat in extra innings to hit the walk-off single with the bases loaded. Now, granted, that was Ryan Nicholas collapsing there with no outs, not finding command. But you still got to put bat to ball and take the big risk of swinging at a pitch, even if you do hit it on the ground. Case in point, tonight's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Bottom 7, right-hander Colin Holderman on the mound in relief of Oviedo. It's a tie game. Jackson Holliday gets a 2-seamer at 98 off the plate. He singles up the middle. I would love to see him and Jeremiah pair up this offseason. Maybe they could learn something from each other. 21-year-old Holliday and the 25-year-old Jackson. Both figure to be instrumental in the Orioles of 2026. Holliday then swipes second base, his 16th stolen base of the year. With 1 out, Gunnar Henderson is intentionally walked. A wise move with Emmanuel Rivera up at the plate. He strikes out on a cutter tailing away. Pittsburgh sees fit then to bring on a lefty to face Dylan Beavers, hitting in the 5-hole. Left-hander Evan Sisk is on to face him. Full count, sweeper middle high, and Beavers hits it softly up the middle, no more than 90 miles an hour. It's deep enough that second baseman Nick Gonzalez has to play it on the backhand. He's angling towards the outfield grass, and he gets it under his glove and smothers it, knocks it down, but has no play. Holiday scores from second base with some heads-up base running, and the O's take a 3-2 lead. And that's all she wrote. What about left-hander Cade Povich? Solid. Worked out of a jam there in the first, likely probably the one inning that he would get back. Gives up a right side base hit to Jared Triolo to lead off the game. And with 2 outs and Triolo moved over to second base, Nick Gonzalez hits a single to left field. The throw's cut off at third base by Rivera. Dylan Beavers firing it in. By that point, Triolo has scored. And they get Gonzalez in a run down to stop the bleeding there. A 7-5-4-3 putout. Credit the assist to Beavers to give Pittsburgh a 1-0 lead. However, Povich bounces back almost immediately, strikes out Joey Bart and Nick York on low curveballs in the second. And in the third, he's given a 2-1 lead, promptly gives it up. Alexander Canario, the former Cubs great, acquired in the Chris Bryant trade that no one benefited from. 3-1, down in the count, throws a fastball middle low, was trying to go low and away and grab the corner, but Canario able to smash a home run to tie the game up at 2. Walks Liover Peguero. Can't place his changeup quite yet, that kick change grip that we've talked about at length this season. Luckily, he's able to hang him out to dry. Throws to Kobe Mayo and picks him off. Instrumental in killing this rally. Jared Triolo would triple the right field on a fly ball not well played by Jeremiah Jackson. Didn't quite get the route down or time it right. Tried to extend his arm and catch it. It bangs off the wall. However, he strikes out Tommy Pham, a foul tip sweeper at the knees to get out of the jam. And from there, nothing doing against Cade Povich. Strikes out Gonzalez on a curveball in the top of the fourth, gets revenge on Canario with a changeup, and with 2 outs in the top of the sixth, this pulled. It's his longest start in over a month. August 10th, 5 2/3, 17 whiffs for Povich, 7 on that kick change and 5 on the curveball. Good to see that he got command of that off-speed pitch late in this game. The second most whiffs he's recorded in his career, swings and misses. Right-hander Yennier Cano in to relieve him and is able to get out of the inning unscathed. We'll talk about the Orioles bullpen real quick in the next block, and we'll award our player of the game. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the O's player of the game, and we'll look forward to an important series up against the division leader Toronto Blue Jays. North of the border, perhaps you can play a little bit of spoiler. And that's all coming up after the break. This is the Orioles postcast. Stick with us. Ads galore today. I'm glad to see that my hair didn't suffer there. 5 Hour Energy is first up with the transfusion flavor. Grape, ginger, and lime is the shot. It's the iconic golf drink. No alcohol in this one, which probably for the best. It's a hole-in-one. The most ridiculous shot I've ever seen. I've seen people on the course do the Happy Gilmore, where they do the running start, kind of do the hockey follow through. Golf is for good times with good people and good flavors. So grape, ginger, and lime in the transfusion flavor of 5 Hour Energy. It's the best part of your go-to drink. Now you can amp up the fun even more. This offer is pretty darn cool. Buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up the trip. And I realize now, please don't take this away from me. 5 Hour Energy. The banner is now up. Tee up the trip. Make sure if you're watching on the YouTube, this is the fun part that you fill out. Buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip. Tee it up by visiting 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary, excludes the Masters, ends October 31st, 2025. This is 5 Hour Energy for the win. Thanks so much to 5 Hour Energy for sponsoring this show. As I blaze through this, for the listening only audience, you might be driving being like, what the heck is he talking about? I have notoriously been pushing the wrong buttons for the last week. NFL season is here and a sense of normality is back in this country, right? Being able to tee up NFL Sunday ticket and all that. And FanDuel says it's the best time to get in on the action. New customers, get this. You can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. It's quick, it's easy, and the best way to add a little bit more energy to those Sundays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Bringing it on home is Nutrafol. Probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought this seems like a ripoff. And you'd be right for a lot of people. But Nutrafol deserves a closer look. It is the number one dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. Supplement is clinically tested and targets the root causes of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. I love that Nutrafol is simple to add to your day. Just have a meal, scramble up some eggs if you want, 4 pills, knock them down, drink some water, and you're good. And you can feel good about it knowing that Nutrafol is NSF certified and backed by peer-reviewed studies. You can see thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Locked On MLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Locked On MLB.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I see one comment to the contrary, and we're going to talk about this in a second. For the second game in a row, Dylan Beavers gets it. Ice water in his veins in the clutch moments. This is a guy who could either be a good 5-hitter or be the leadoff hitter that this team needs. He said post-game that he is a money ball type of guy. He gets on base. Narniak comments on YouTube that it should go to the O's bullpen. And he would be right. He certainly does. Taking stock of people who should be around in 2026. Everyone today who relieved Cade Povich had to deal with some form of traffic. Yennier Cano, left-hander Grant Wolfram, right-hander Cade Stroud, and lefty Keegan Aiken all give up some form of traffic. Each gives up 1 hit. Stroud walks 1, but fans 2. In a more busy than usual bullpen sample size. I think it's worth penciling in Grant Wolfram for 2026. He has only gotten better as time has gone on. Gotten shelled a couple of times, and when he first got up to the bigs, he was having trouble locating the fastball. This no longer seems to be much of an issue. Last 7 games, he's pitched 10 1/3 innings, ERA in .87 territory, 11 strikeouts to 2 walks. Gives up a little bit more hits than you would want. The walks and hits per innings pitches at 135, and that certainly is something to build on for a guy who is just starting to emerge, maybe a late bloomer. He's 28 years old. He's got the size and the strength that really makes you go, huh, and maybe Mike Elias and company found a diamond in the rough there. 6'7", 240. You could say the same for Stroud. Stroud's arsenal is worth keeping him around. Aiken is one that I still think that Cade Povich is likely the bulk lefty guy you would want in your bullpen, perhaps a complement to Albert Suarez in a similar role. And remember, you have multiple years of control left for Suarez. Loved that Povich was able to go more than 5 innings again. That was great. Narniak commenting that he's got a fever for Dylan Beavers. I would agree. There's a lot of interesting roster decisions, and Connor Newcomb is going to bring it home towards the end of the season with some more roster hypotheticals. And it'll be great to see. I'm looking forward to it as well. But in the meantime, the O's carry on, and they look to start a new series tomorrow night in the Great White North. O's at Blue Jays. They'll go up against right-hander Chris Bassett. He's 11-8 with a 3.97 ERA, a 7.07 first pitch on Masson, too. And who's on the bump for the O's? My vote for Cy Young. He's the best pitcher in baseball. It's left-hander Trevor Rogers. A 5-WAR pitcher in 14, 15 starts. He's 8-2 with a 1.51 ERA. Essentially unhittable at this point. And hopefully he can end the year strong. Get Wells, get Bradish raring to go for 2026. Go get 2 starters on the market, some high quality ones, and then have a battle royale for that number 5 spot in the rotation. I know I'm not the one writing checks, so it's easier said than done, but let him have it. Michael Dewhurst comments that the game started at 5:15 a.m. where he was. What a great way to start a Friday. So if the game started at 1 Eastern time, 6 time zones to the back would be Hawaii, Pacific Northwest. This is the geographically challenged American here. Michael Dewhurst, you are on blast here. Tell me where that is. Got to be the Pacific Islands, right? Perhaps Guam? That'll do it. The O's win this one 3-2 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Very happy to have talked it over with you. The O's sweep the Bucks, and yes, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I did put on the floppy hat. I got to keep this hair somewhat straight for the rest of the night. Good night. Stay safe, and I will see you right back here tomorrow night.